Hello, welcome to the First Lady Point of View show, everyone. I am your host, the First Lady Felicia K. This is the house of culture, music, news, reviews, fashion, and exclusive interviews. And tonight we got a special treat as we're going to be celebrating 50 years of hip hop and the 30 years that Sac played a part of it. So I'm honored. We got a double header, two special people. Yeah, so stick around after this. We got an interview coming up that you don't want to miss.
It's the First Lady Point of View. First Lady Point of View. You tuned in. It's the First Lady Point of View. First Lady Point of View. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the First Lady Point of View. You tuned in. First Lady Point of View. It's the First Lady Point of View. 10, yeah, we always on time. First Lady Felicia K on the line. You tuned in. First Lady Point of View.
First Lady Point of View.
Welcome back to the show, and as I promised, we got an exclusive for you all, so I'm not going to hold you. We're going to get right into it. I am so honored to have one of Sacramento's finest in the building, and he goes by the name of The Gatlin. How you doing, Gatlin?
Work. It's happening. How you doing? We in the building.
Yes, sir. Thank you for stopping by.
It's all love. It's all
All
love.
right. Well, you know what? As you know, we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop,
Right.
and I thought it was only right that we talk a little bit to some Sacramento artists, you know, because we play a big part. We got about 30 plus years in, so yeah, I wanted to get into the artistry part of that, and then I got somebody that's going to be coming out on another show we're going to talk about the business side of putting Sac on the map. So tell everybody where you're from first off.
I'm born and raised in Sacramento, South Sac, Elder Creek to be exact.
Okay.
Aliso Way, right around the corner from Doe Rock, rest in peace, and Marvelous.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the stomping grounds.
Okay, well, see now, you set it up for me where I was going to go with it. I don't really need these with you. Where I was going to go with it is I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, we're going to talk about Doe Rock. That's one of the main things we wanted to get into.
Yes.
Because it's setting it up for where I was going to go. Like, when did you decide that you wanted to be an artist? And you kind of, I get a feeling that's going to play a part, that Doe thing.
Yeah, it gets a little deep. You know, I come from a musical family that's always been, you know, immersed in some aspect of the game. And you know, just watching a lot of Sacramento artists coming up. A lot of my favorite artists is from Meadowview. You know what I mean? We talking about BG, Sly G, Roop Dogg, you know what I mean? Marv Mitchell LeMay. And then, you know, we come to my side of town, we listening to Sebo and the Lynches and the Marvelouses. And, you know, as far as Sacramento is concerned, I was always tuned in to that aspect. A couple other artists, you know, here and there, but yeah, heavy on the Sacramento music side.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, but you haven't just worked in Sacramento or with Sacramento artists. You got a nice resume. Let's tell us about some of your most impactful artists that you work with.
I think I put together a nice little resume for myself. You know, I done worked with a lot of artists, man. San Quin's, Mechanics, you know, Sacramento, you know, I worked with Lynch and Doe, of course, and Bo and Sebo and you know that list goes on, man. I can keep going with that, you know.
What about DJ Fresh? DJ Fresh, you gotta say DJ.
Man, I got a Tonight Show album that I've been sitting on for years, man. The people want me to drop it. I just, you know, I'm sitting on a lot of gems, man. I'm sitting on an album with Mitchie Slick that me and Slick did a few years back, the homie Schmig Dirty. But yeah, I got a project with Fresh Tonight Show that we did a while ago. And I'm sitting on some gems, man. I just never dropped them.
That's what's up though, but that catalog is nice. Well, you know, and also, don't you got one with Mr. Fab as well, right?
No, Fab just.
Oh, you know what? He cameoed.
Fab did, you know, Fab did me a solid when I shot one of my dopest visuals. I went out to the town and linked with the Mechanics and Fab and Unc. Shouts to Fab and Unc. They let me occupy the store for some time, and you know they did a nice little cameo for me for the video. So
yeah,
that
Fab
was
is a faithful. He rocked with us out here heavy. He was one of the first people when I was pitching he did an interview for me. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. He said, we're gonna work it out, baby girl.
I love what Fab do for his city, man.
Me too.
I love what he do for his region, his neck of the woods, man. He put on it in a lot of ways, man. Entrepreneurship, not just the music, you know, for the community, you know, just for the people, you know, in general. I love what he do, man. It's very motivational.
Who was your, I know you, if you work with him, right, you like him or you have some type of admiration for him, right?
Right.
But what was the artist that you would say was your favorite artist to work with?
To work with, it probably had to be Yuck. It probably had to be Yuck Mouth, just based on the way we
Chemistry.
the way we linked up. Yeah, the way I ended up, you know, a part of the regime, and the way he, you know, brought me in, and you know, the kind of music we did, and you know, it was real dope getting some of that game. He took me to a lot of his shows whenever he was in NorCal. He always, you know, called me out and always showed love whenever I came out. And the relationship was dope, and the body of music that we created is super dope.
Yeah,
as
that was
well.
similar. Yeah, the aesthetic, it worked. People always get shocked when I talk about my top 5, lyrically, Yuck, animated and all, he in there.
He in there.
Cause that boy, he got that verbiage, if you will.
He definitely he definitely one of my top 5 out the Bay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Him and I love what Locksmith is doing. You know what I mean? Even when he was with ESK with the team, Lock is one of my top Bay Area.
What about
artists as well.
producers? Do you have a favorite producer or production team that you work with thus far?
You know, I worked with a lot of producers too. You know what I mean? Me and L Fingers had a super dope run with the Fame series. That's kind of what got me really popping in Sac. When we dropped that first single off part 1, it was like it was on from there. And whenever me and Fingers link up, we do magic. You know, Mechanics too. You know, we got 2 albums under us, Pack Landed 1 and 2, and the response that I get out in that region, in that Bay Area, is a lot due to me working with the Mechanics. So those two producers, I mean 3 producers, Tweed and Rack, shout out to Tweed and Rack, and Fingers, man, I loved working with them. And I got my own little batch of super friends that I roll with for my personal sound and my, you know, my personal go-to artist, producer, excuse me. Yeah, I got a nice little team. Trackaholic, Teo, you know what I'm saying, Sickness, Chris Laurent. They're my boys, they're my dogs. They keep me sounding real good sonically.
Okay, well, do you have a dream artist that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Artist-wise?
I'm gonna get to a producer too. Tell me your dream artist that you would desire to work with.
It's not in California.
Okay,
It would have to be like it would have to be like somewhere down south, you know, Rick Ross type situation, you know, Maybach type of move. You know, I see myself, and them boys, them Griselda boys, I like them. I like what they doing on the East Coast. Okay. So, you know, if I could reach out to, you know, some artists that I you know, I like it would be them. I worked with, you know, I'm in California, you know, you know, I rocks with everybody out here. It's love out here. But if we talk about venturing out, definitely.
Okay. Producer?
Man, I'm trying to get with Rick Rock right now.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I
feel like that could happen.
I think me and Rick Rock will create something crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I think me and Rick Rock will do something dope. So Rick Rock.
There it is. I was gonna say, shoot your shot.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, now this gonna get a little heavy. Before we go into the break, I want to talk a little bit about Doey. Okay.
That's bro.
What impact did Doey have on you as an artist? As far not just, I know the fan aspect, right? We all, but I know you guys had a personal relationship. And what was that mentor-mentee vibe? What was his effect on you?
You know, when I first heard Doey Rock, it was on the radio. He had a song on the radio. It was a Soul Sac Riddick remix with, I think JDK was on that thing. A couple other artists was on there. But before that, he also had a song called Shut 'Em Down. And it was off the Soul on Fire album. And I was like, dang, this dude's from Sac, that's dope, you know? Not knowing he was from my neighborhood.
Right.
Not knowing, you know what I mean, we literally grew up around the corner from each other, not knowing any of those factors. So it was very dope to hear a Sacramento artist on the radio And then when I found out the other common denominators, it was even doper. And then when I finally met him, you know, I think I probably only been to a couple real studio sessions, you know what I mean, to where we sitting in and writing and, you know, gladiator school type recording sessions, you know what I mean? And, you know, he invited me in. I was able to meet Blow and C Plus and Chewy and all these super dope artists and producers, and I was in a super dope studio. That's Pete over at SoundCap. Shouts to Peak Space, one of the dopest engineers in Sacramento. Yeah. And it was just gladiator school, and he was working on an album, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna do a song and call it a day. No, that man booked the whole day out, and I never seen nothing like that before. I never seen somebody go from song 1 to song 16 in a block of time, and he showed me that it was possible. He also showed me, you know, how to get good with that pen in a short amount of time, you know, not to focus too much on the technicalities and really just speaking, you know, what's on your mind and what's on your heart and putting your bars together. So he showed me a lot in that aspect. He showed my whole work ethic is from Doe, from the live bands to show performances, stage presence. You know, again, putting those. I do not go to the studio unless it's 12 hours. Yeah. I can't go to just do once. I got to do the whole album. Wifey cussed me out and everything. I've been going all day. Yeah.
But you will make an album in a day, though.
Yeah, I can't cook up in a day. You know, features and all that. That whole body of work, that ethic, that grind came from Doe. Yeah. You know, and that's just on a musical sense. You know what I mean?
And I know you had it. He was like a brother to you as well. So
that was bro.
Do you remember where you were and what you were doing when you heard about his untimely passing?
Oh man, that's crazy. So that week, I was working. I think I shot like 10 videos that week. I was linking up with everybody, just getting, you know, doing my verse runs and my video runs. And we had a video shoot set for Sunday, and I was dumb tired. I was stupid tired. I told myself I wasn't even gonna make it. He was just gonna have to be mad at me. And I was asleep. He blew me up all morning. I woke up, and he was like, bro, we got a video shoot. What you doing? I said, man, I've been working all week, bro. I'm tired. He said, man, I don't give a damn what you doing. You got an obligation to me. Pulled up late, got the video shoot done. That was a Sunday. That Sunday, we went back to his house. You know, he got his stoner garage. You know, we rolled up a couple, and you know, we always give each other our roses, and we task each other with things to do. And that Sunday, he was like, I need you to create something for the people, for the city. You know what I mean? That, you know, this was around the time, you know, we losing people due to police brutality, right. and you know, the city on fire as far as that, you know, lane is concerned. He said, man, Gad, we need you to talk about it. You know, I think Stefan had just passed too. Yeah. I think that was around the time, you know, we lost Stefan Clark too. So he said, man, next time I talk to you, I need you to have this body of work done. That was Sunday. I gathered the beats Monday, went to the studio, did all the records Tuesday, got the mixes back Wednesday, listened to it on Thursday. Friday, I was gonna turn it into him. He called me instead. The video shoot that we shot Sunday was done, so he sent us the video Friday night. We all said thank you, video super dope. That next morning, he passed away. And I didn't even get to present him the album, but we had this last video. I was the last person that he shot a video with. I was the last person that he sat down and did music with in the whole situation. So I was asleep in the bed, and my bro Nino called me 10 o'clock that morning and was like, bro, Dolly passed away. And I was like, what you mean? He just sent me the video 10 hours ago, you know what I mean? And so, yep. So that's that, man. You know, it was crazy. It was,
but you got that. Disbelief. You got that video. We
got that video done.
I know it don't change it. You know, don't take away the loss, but right. I remember Raekwon reposted that video. So that's major, you know. Yeah, Chef always show love. You know, that was Chef was Doe's mentor. You know what I mean? You know, Doe he just came off tour running around the country with Wu-Tang. They did like 15 cities, and then he came home. Then we did the homecoming show for Doe. We shot the video a couple weeks later, and that was it. So wow. Yeah, we got the music done. We got the visual done. We was working on the album too, and you know, we got halfway done with that. But you know, oof. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, you know, you got your memories.
That's bro. You
Yeah.
know, shouts to King Kahali, rest in peace. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
a
Oh
mentor
yeah,
to a
King
lot.
Kali. Yeah. Everybody
Yeah.
else, we
Hey,
still on
Doey
Joy
Rock. That's Doey Rock.
Doey.
You know what I mean?
Oh man, you guys, we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back after the break, we're gonna talk a little bit more with the Gatlin. We're gonna talk about where he sees himself in 5 years, and we're gonna also get into this Zippy thing. I want to get into that.
Hey.
Tell me a little bit about that. We'll be right back after this. Don't go nowhere.
Yes.
First lady point of view. You tuned in.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We are sitting down with none other than Sacramento's finest, the Gatlin, or Gat, if you will. We're going to get right back into it, and we're going to just start right in. I want you to tell us a little bit about Zippy. What is that? What made you get into that?
Zippy is my legal cannabis brand. It's fresh. It's a fresh brand that I started. It's about a year old. I pulled it from another company that I started called Pack Bros Cannabis Company. And
Don't be plugging it. Oh, no.
yeah. So we started with that, and then I dipped off and started my own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Zippy is the brand. I just wrapped my truck. We starting a podcast here in about a month, and you know, it's all focused on the affordable cannabis. You know, you could put an eighth in the store for $50, $60, but you know, the average customer, the average consumer, the average patient, you know, is only spending, you know, $15, $10 and things.
Well,
So
that's set up the next question then.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, outside of music, what else did you want to do? Did you see yourself just doing music and going to the executive side, or did you want to venture off into other business ventures? And it looked like you already doing that with this.
You know, I'm a creative, man. I'm a creative by
Gemini.
nature. Yeah, I always got something going on. I'm working on my infused supper club right now. You know, we're gonna be doing high-end meals. We're gonna be infusing it with the THC, and it's gonna be a monthly thing I'm working on. Like I said, I got my podcast, Riding and Smoking Podcast, presented by Zippy and Locals Distro.
Okay.
We starting that sometime next month. We just got the truck wrapped on that. Doing music, you know, doing my clothing thing. You know, my wheels is always turning,
Always
man.
going,
I get bored easy, man. Once I feel like, you know, this is underway and it's working and it's good, I'm ready to start something else. As long as that's self-sustaining, I'm ready to bend the corner.
All right, so before we wrap it up, you got to tell me your top 5, dead or alive. It don't matter where they from, and then you're gonna give me another of your favorite 3 from Sacramento. Now the top 5, that could be anywhere. Tell me
Gotcha.
your top 5.
Okay. Top 5, and this is in no particular order. DMX, Yuck, Bo, C-Bo, that is. Andre 3000,
Okay.
and Messy Marv.
Ooh, yeah,
Those are
Messy.
my top 5.
Yeah, okay, I'm with it. Nobody, a lot of people don't miss it, Messy that much.
Man,
But
Mess,
Mess
man,
been-
I'm from
yeah.
that era, man. I'm from that era, man. I'm from that era when
Yeah,
Mess,
you
Mess
got me
was
with that one.
Mess.
That's
Mess,
what's up.
Mess was Mess, man.
Yeah.
Mess was Mess. I'm from that
Well,
era,
Mess,
man.
you said that's the word.
That's
Mess
all
said,
I
don't
can
just
say.
sit and talk about it. I
First
go get
time
it.
I met Messy Marv, he had a cane, he was limping. I said, bro, nice to meet you, but what happened to your leg? You jumping out of project building. I said, okay, that's Mess. I
it.
love it. When the next album dropping? It's all love.
What's your top 3 out of Sacramento, past or present?
Top 3 out of Sac, past to present. You know, I had to get back tuned in because I missed the music that he put out in the short amount of time. But Gangsta Dre has always been one of my dopest artists. That Inner City Poet album was perfect. Lynch, that Loaded album was perfect. You know what I mean? And we can name any SIBO album.
Yeah.
That's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So them 3 from Sac, you know, I got
the State, Gas Chamber.
Come
I
on,
mean, you
we
pick
can
one, right?
we can keep going. We can keep going. So yeah, those are my 3. I'll pick them 3.
Okay. So do you see yourself revisiting a project with SIBO, or?
I want to. I ain't gonna lie. You know, me and Bo, we talk. When we talk, you know, I always tell him I got something for him, and I send him what I send him, and he always double back like I need some more. I need some more. So I'm like, bro, let's just sit down and get it all together at once. Right. Me and Bo got a lot of music together. You know, we send each other a lot of tracks, and you know, the door's always open with Bo. He can call me anytime. And it's good, and vice versa. He's shown me that I can tap his line, and he support whatever I do. So that's a dope thing.
So, what do you want your impact to be as far as to the Sacramento hip hop culture when it's all said and done? What do you want people to say about you and your legacy as an artist?
I just want to be known as a man for the people. You know what I'm saying? I never did I never did the trendy thing. Yeah. I always did me. My music is my age, you know what I mean? I don't, you know, I don't try to do the new trendy or whatever, what's hot situation.
Stick to what you know.
Man, I always just stay true to me because my people's just true to me, you know what I mean? And they know how I move, and they expect of me to present my best self, you know what I mean? And conforming to other situations and other trends and other lanes that, you know, I move my age, man. I move my age, so, you know. I just want to be known as a person, you know, that was always for the people and never switched up when it came to the music side of things.
So you like basically on your LL Cool J, you move your age, but you gonna rap until it's over.
I do, and you know, I know it's you know, don't nobody want to say it, man, but it's a time limit on these situations, man. You got to be able to feel when it's time to pivot. You know what I mean? I let the music do a lot of talking as far as getting me into other doors. That's how I got into my cannabis situation. That's how I got into my clothing situation. Anything I do, it always stemmed from my music and the way I presented my music. So, you know, you got to be able to pivot. You got to know when it's time to do something more. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta see it through. You gotta stand on it. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Before we get into having you tell everybody your socials, is there anything that you want to say?
Oh man, you know, love to everybody, man. Congratulations on your show. I love what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
You know, from day one, you know what I mean. You know, listen to that theme song. You know what I'm saying? It's love,
we done came
man.
a long way.
Yeah. You know, we did what we were supposed to do, man. And you know, just shouts to Sacramento, man, for holding me up. It's much appreciated. You know, I done been through the war. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm still out there doing what I'm supposed to do. So, you know, shouts to everybody holding me up.
Do you got any shows coming up or anything you want to tell anybody about, or any projects you want them to be looking out for? I got a couple albums dropping here in the next few months. One with me and my boy Simi called Fly Gangster. It's like a shouts to my boy Simi out of Oakland. He got super dope vocals. It's like a best of both worlds type situation. And so we got that album coming. Then I got my other album coming. I gotta put a couple more records on there. I'm bouncing with the titles. I got 2 titles. I ain't gonna reveal the title yet. Okay. But my next album is due out next month as well. So, you know, on top of, you know, other things, but that's the immediate. Okay. Well, and a common denominator that we both have as well. I just want to say rest in peace to Magnificent Entertainment CEO. Man. Destro Jenkins, DJ. I haven't been hearing a lot of people talk about it, but I did want to use my platform to say that because he also was a part of the groundwork and what we collectively all have going on. Yeah. Some up over a decade ago. So I did want to, you know, say rest in peace to him and send my thoughts and condolences out to his friends and families, loved ones, and his 2 boys. A lot of people ain't talking about it, but it's a lot of hitters that's name was in that wall, on that wall in his studio, in his garage.
Rest in peace to the homie Destro.
Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there and let him know that he is truly missed down here. Go ahead and tell everybody how they can follow you and get involved with you and what you got going on all your platforms. Look into the camera, let them know.
All my handles are the same. If you want to catch me on Facebook, it's The Gatlin. If you want to catch me on Instagram, it's _Gatlin. Twitter is the Gatlin. I don't play with the names too much. Like I said, I got 2 projects coming out. Be on the lookout for that. Tap in on all my social media platforms, and I'm out here. Yeah.
That's that on that. All right, you guys, we got a little something special. I want you guys to watch the monitor real close as we get ready to wrap it up. I want to thank the Gatlin for coming in and telling us about what he has going on and his contribution to the Sacramento hip-hop scene as we continue to celebrate 50 years of hip-hop. We got somebody that is responsible, one of the intricate key players in putting Sac on the map, and we're going to get into it on the next episode, so you guys definitely want to tap in. I ain't going to tell y'all who it is yet. Nah, I'm going to surprise y'all. Yeah, so that's the deal with that. Until next time, you guys reach back for those that are coming up behind you and pay homage to those who did it before you. It's free. You'll feel good about yourself. I promise you will. Peace, one love. May God bless your hustle. And we are out of here.
Yes, yes.
First lady point of view. First lady point of view. You tuned in. It's the first lady point of view. First lady point of view. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the first lady point of view. You tuned in. First lady point of view. It's the first lady point of view. Tapped in, yeah, we always on time. First lady Felicia K on the line. Wanna know what's poppin'? Tap in for the scoop on all the hot topics. The latest fashion, new music reviews. The hottest artists and exclusive interviews. You came to the right spot. First lady on deck, keep it locked. Keep it locked, keep it locked. Tuned in. First lady point of view. First lady point of view. You tuned in. First lady point of view. First lady point of view. Culture, music, news, reviews. You tuned in. It's the first lady point of view. You tuned in. First lady point of view.
It's the first lady point of view.